ground cumin, black pepper, salt. All right. You want to just go to the store and buy fajita mix, go buy fajita mix. You want to use adobo seasoning, you can use adobo seasoning. So I like to make my own spice blend, put our own little touch on everything. So here we have some boneless, skinless chicken breast, very lean, healthy. We're going to do very liberal on the seasoning. And you can do this up to 12 to 24 hours in advance. Let it sit and put a little oil on there. You want to kick it up a little bit and add some chili powder or some other chilies or whatnot. Really want to get a good coating on the meat. We're going to just let that marinate down here for a minute. Anybody has any questions? Cooking, life related, chef related? Steven Stamkos likes salmon. While the chicken's marinated, we're going to go ahead and cut up some vegetables. Guys, you can feel free if you want to grab a plate over here. Go ahead and grab it to eat right now. There's the fajita mix, the chicken, black beans, yellow rice. There you go. We've got a tri-colored pepper here. Just go ahead and save the ends. We'll put those in our black beans or save them for something else. When cutting peppers, you want to make sure you take out the membrane. Nice and clean. So this is just a quick julienne cut, basically about an inch and a half long. We're going to serve those and go ahead and cut the onion. Nobody has any questions at all, huh?
We're very impressed. Just a quick julienne.
All right. Quick julienne, there you go. We're going to heat up our saute pan. In the meantime, we're going to get our chicken on the grill as well. I'm using a grill plate here. You can use a cast iron skillet. You can use flame grill in your backyard. That's generally what I prefer, but so we're underneath the pavilion. We won't burn anything down. How's everything taste? Good? All right. Yes, sir. So if you missed it, we made a quick rub with just some oil. We did some onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, salt, pepper. You can buy adobo if you want. You can buy fajita seasoning. That's something we just do at the arena when we serve our fajitas to the players and other things of that nature. do spicy, add some chilies to it, spice it up. I'm just gonna cook these peppers down, saute them. A little salt and pepper. Put a little bit of that fajita marinade on there as well.
That's fine. I don't need to eat that. All right. That's funny. Well, there's a lot of that.
Does anybody know what chicken is safe to eat raw?
No.
There is one in Japan. It's called the Bluefoot chicken, and they serve it as sushi.
I never seen it.
I don't know if I would try it.
Well, just like that, they use it for
Does anybody understand what resting is? I don't mean like taking a nap. Like when your meat needs to rest. So when you cook meat, it acts like a muscle, like you flex and it tightens up. So after you're done cooking meat, any meat, like a steak, should rest about 5 minutes before you cut it or eat it. If you cut into it too soon, you cut into it, guess what? All the blood comes out, right? Makes it dry. Same thing with chicken. Any what? Yeah, this is chicken breast. So, chicken is supposed to be cooked to 165 degrees. We generally will cook ours to 155, 160 and let it carry over, cook them in that resting period to get to that 165, and that way it stays nice and moist. We also brine a lot of our poultry. Any lean meat, we'll put it in a brine, salt, sugar, seasoning brine. That way it kind of sucks up the juices and maintains them when you cook it. You guys are just walking up, feel free to grab a plate. I'm not feeding the next group until after. I see what's happening here. You guys were all lively and then I fed you. I see what happened. Everything good? Good, I'm glad. We're cooking our vegetables al dente. Al dente means to the bite, so it's got a little bit of crispness left to it. I don't like anything really too mushy. Pans? Yeah. This is just a Teflon pan. I mean, now you're talking about with the lion. I mean, I prefer stainless steel. If I'm doing something like eggs, I'll use a Teflon pan. Or there anything you don't want to stick? You know, eggs or something breaded works well in there. I like cast iron for certain things, like if I'm doing a steak inside, get it real hot, you get that really good hard sear on there. And it retains its heat well. A lot of times you notice when you put stuff in a hot pan and you don't really get it to brown, well, the pan wasn't quite hot enough or it didn't retain its heat, which is what the cook did. So it changes the cooking process. And overcrowding the pan will also change that. You know, it really should be 60 to 75% when you're doing any kind of sear or something.
So when you're cooking veggies, right, you have to like have the heat like pretty high because you want to get like more of a color, or like overcome the pan with veggies and water.
Well, yeah, but you see this? There's no water in there. It was hot enough, so it maintained its heat. Plus the gas. I mean, I didn't want a lot of color on these. I kind of wanted to cook them down like this. Yeah, if you want to get color on the veggies, less. Or if you're making caramelized onions, very low and just let it go. Let it just cook, 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 cook. What's your favorite thing to cook?
I love cooking anything.
Anything? Okay, so you do. So when I do my cast iron, it's okay to use soap on it. I grew up thinking you don't clean the cast iron. It's seasoned. Well, it's actually covered in garbage and crap and bacteria at that point. So you do use scrub it down soap and water, but immediately dry it. So if you immediately dry it, you won't get those rust spots. Nowadays, all cast irons come in pre-seasoned. If you do end up seeing those rust spots or something, put it on the stove, heat it up, and what it does is it expands the metal, opens up the pores of the metal, you hit it with just oil and then wipe it out. A little bit of salt, wipe it out, and then it's good to go, 100%. It's okay if they're rusty, you can scrub it off.
And how often do you like re-season?
If you wash it that way, I haven't re-seasoned in years, can't even remember. If you wash it correctly, it's totally fine.
Even with soap, like the soap won't like water.
Even with soap, drying it is the main thing. Drying it immediately. Ask my wife, I'll tell you.
Do you drink one of your wife?
Yes. I am what we call the Italian housewife in my household. I do all the shopping, I do all the cooking.
Let the husband do it.
Everything good? Yes, she is. I'll give you her phone number. You let her know. Give her a call. Correct answer is I'm a blessed man.
What is your favorite thing to cook? Like, do you like meat-wise?
Meat-wise, I like to do anything braised. So, lamb shank, short rib, it just requires a little more technique, and I think the reward at the end of the meal days is cooking a steak is much better. So you take a real tough cut of meat and you cook it down and make it super tender. You know, that's really what barbecue is. A lot of French cuisine is cooking braised stew, you know. Even if you do something in a crock pot all day long, you know. Yeah. So, there's a couple things you can do. We smoke over 2,000 pounds of meat a day. So, if you're doing one piece of meat at home, I would brine it overnight. So, my brine, I do a gallon of water, 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of white sugar, and any other seasoning I want to do. So that'll help it stay moist. Your brisket's got a lot of fat too, so it'll stay moist. But brining it helps retain some of the moisture. I also will baste it with oil through the process, and I keep it at 180 to 200 degrees. That's the key. Low and slow. That's the biggest key to barbecue. It's just slow, taking and breaking down all that seasoning, that tough cut of meat, bring it down and get tender. Same thing with pork ribs. Like I do my ribs about 6 hours.
6 hours?
do that same thing with like turkey. You put fresh herbs, sage, thyme, garlic, peppercorns, that kind of stuff. And I'll smoke turkey that way too. Yeah. The only bad thing about smoked turkey is you don't get crispy skin. I like crispy skin. Yes, sir. Sure. There you go. Some condiments over on that table. Some sour cream, guacamole.
I got a question. When you smoking chicken or any kind of meat, a couple hours, do you turn it the other way for like another hour? Because I've noticed that when I'm smoking stuff, it comes out, it's kind of wet from the bottom compared to the top. Because I don't turn it over.
Right, with the skin, because if you turn it over, yeah, no, we leave it straight.
You leave it straight? So that is okay. I noticed I take it out about a water.
In the chicken?
Chicken, yeah, the whole chicken. I'm smoking the whole chicken.
So one thing I would recommend is to do that. Then the meat's laid like this, and all the skin is up, so you'll have like the bird kind of sit like that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to smoke for like 50 shots. That's my corner. So I'm smoking a lot. I can't smoke one of these. I have to smoke like 6, 7 whole smoking chickens.
You ever try steaming it up?
I don't
We call it beer can chicken. You stick a can of beer in the tavern, so the chicken stands up and you smoke it that way. So it's
Beer
standing
can in
up.
the middle. Really? Anything can in the middle, no matter what.
Well, typically we put a can of beer in there. I mean, it cooks out and it helps moisturize the chicken as well.
Oh. Do
Yeah.
you open it or do you leave it?
Yeah, you open
You
it.
open it.
And the steam will come in and it flavors the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, beer can chicken.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I heard of that. I never really. Stand up, the can makes it
A
stand
lager,
up.
light lager, Budweiser, something. You know, if you want to get fancy and put a highlight in there or something, you can do that as well.
Okay.
But yeah, beer can chicken's a good thing. You can smoke it. You can do it without smoke too.